Third grade, today we are going to glaze our clay cupcakes. If you have not been here before when we have done glazing, I want to tell you a little bit about glaze so you have an understanding of what's going to happen. Your cupcakes have been through the kiln once. They have gone from a gray color to a white color. And now we're going to apply the glaze so that it can become shiny when it goes through the kiln again. The easiest way to think about glaze is to think about a glazed donut. The glaze on top makes it shiny. So this is an example of what the glaze looks like before it goes through the kiln a second time, because you guys will paint on the glaze today. We will put them through the kiln again, and this blue right here is chalky and dull. But in the glaze, there is glass, little pieces of glass. So when it goes through the kiln again, the kiln gets so hot that it melts the glass and it makes it shiny. So this is what it'll look like today, and then this is what it'll look like when it comes out of the kiln the second time. So when your cupcake today does not become shiny and beautiful, do not worry. We've still got to put it through the kiln one more time. With glaze, you have got to apply more than one coat. So if I were gonna do my cupcake base, and I wanted it to be blue, and I wanted it to be a really nice color blue, I have to apply more than one coat of glaze. So you're going to start by brushing on the glaze, and you can see this color goes on pretty thin to begin with. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it dry. It dries quickly. And then I have to go over it a second time. And if I have time, a third time, because that is how you're gonna get the beautiful color. If you fail to go over it 2 to 3 times, your color will not be brilliant. It will be see-through and very light. One thing that you cannot do on your cupcakes today, and I'm gonna mess up purposefully here. One thing you cannot do today, you cannot get glaze on the rim of the cupcake liner, on the bottom, just like I did this purposefully wrong, and you cannot get it right here on the cupcake either. The reason why, remember I said, this will go in the kiln again, there's glass in it, it will melt, and then it hardens. If you have glaze right here, it will glue itself, because I'm going to put these in the kiln like this. We've got more than 200 kids going in, so these cupcakes will go in stacked like this. This will get glued together permanently, and we won't be able to break it apart. So if you get glaze on here or on the bottom, just wait till the very end of class today. You will need to get a baby wipe. The easiest thing is to take the baby wipe, wrap it around your finger, and then rub with your finger, and the glaze comes off. So anywhere where it's going to touch the kiln shelf, you're going to need to wipe off the glaze on the bottom, and if there's any glaze right here, you wipe this off as well. So it's not a big deal if you mess up and you get some on here. It is a big deal if you don't wipe it off. I am not going to go back and check, so that's on you. I will tell you, if it's on the bottom and it gets fired, it will still stick to the kiln shelf and it will be removed with a hammer and your piece will be ruined. There's your warning. So no glaze here, here, or here. You can do the inside, all around the outside of the cupcake liner. You can do the cherry. I would do the cherry last so that you can go over any glaze that had gotten on it. You can do the part right here. You can do the inside of the top of the cupcake, but not on the rim, not on the rim, and not on the bottom. Now you can see that this has dried. It dries quickly. So now I'm going to go back with a second coat. So this is my second coat. I'm not going all the way around because of time. But this is my second coat. See how there's that little white spot right there at the top? There's no magical glaze fairy. If you do not get your brush in there and dab in the glaze, it will not be glazed. it will have a white spot still. So you will go between tables today to glaze your cupcakes. Please move carefully. There is absolutely no running. If the color that you want has 4 people at it currently, go to a different color. You really don't have time to sit around and wait for colors because today is your only day to glaze. So 2 to 3 coats. Don't glaze here, here, or on this rim right here. You'll bring it to me when you're done and we will fire them again. I don't know if you'll have them back by next week or not. It'll just depend on how everything goes this week. But there are your directions today. At the very end of class, people are going to need to help me bring all of the glaze to the back counter, and all of the brushes will go in the sink. Today, we are not going to do free draw. When you are done, you will get a book on the carpet.